All right.
I know how that works.
Yep. It's not
When
snowing
your
in Boca,
plans
is it?
don't work, and you're at plan D by the time you finally get one that works.
Yep. Yep. It's not snowing in Boca, is it?
No, no.
Oh, good.
It's a little cooler than usual, but it's not
Yeah.
snowing.
Okay. Here comes the Florida complaining about the cold comment.
Oh, no, 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 no. We're going to have some unseasonably cool weather for a few days, but that's all right.
So are we in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's all relative.
I'm not complaining about the weather as long as it stays outside where it belongs.
There you go.
Okay, we are already on YouTube, so I
Okay.
will play the God call.
Here's Reverend Bill with your God call.
Here are two magic words. You can use them in a lot of different circumstances. The words are, what if? And the reason that I bring this up is because when we are facing something, especially when there's a situation where we're facing doubt or uncertainty, we can bring those two magic words in and ask, what if this were not the case? What if this were different? What if something happened that made this all much better? When we open ourselves up to those possibilities, a world of potential is ours. What if that were true for you?
Within us, all we gotta do is find the key and turn the latch and set it free. Yeah, we don't need to be fast and strong, cause a kind word can go a long way. Help someone whose faith is gone to get back up and carry on. Maybe it's too hard to understand, think it's too much for us to handle, but I promise you that you can, cause you don't need to be a Superman.
Jetpack suit to take us to the clouds. It's up to me and you. Right here, right now. Giving us hope when somebody is down. Feeding the soul when there's nobody around. Small things that can change the sound. And the vibe of the spirit that can change a town. Started small, now we touch the crowd. The crowd is growing, now the word is out. That if we all do our parts, we can touch the clouds. Without a cape and a mask, we can touch the clouds. Yep.
Their friends Nima Patel and Daniel Nahmad. Yeah, and woo to that. It's Video Sunday at New Thought Philadelphia. This is part of our miraculously changing plan for today. This was supposed to be our second Sunday hybrid celebration at Falzer, and last minute we got more snow than we had been told, and here we are on Zoom. So an opportunity to get music from all over the world, and a few of us got a chance to spend some time together with Nemo a couple of weeks ago. Actually, a week ago, he was in Philadelphia at the University of Pennsylvania as a visiting fellowship for the fall term, and did a closing presentation and concert. So it was wonderful to be able to get together with him and now share some Nemo with y'all. So good morning, New Thought Philadelphia. Woohoo! It's it's December 14th, and that's an auspicious day because Dave Schpok's birthday. So first off, shout out to Dave Schpok, happy birthday. His gift was to share himself with us at Falzer. Our gift was to share Falzer with him. So I owe you one, buddy.
Didn't have it.
Yeah. Do you guys know the rules on Zoom? Keep yourself muted except when we're going to be sharing, like we'll do right now. So go ahead and unmute and you can repeat after me. I open myself to love.
I
I open myself to love.
I open myself to joy.
I open myself to joy.
I open myself to something new.
I open myself to something new.
And I know the gift is right here, right now.
And I know
The gift is right here, right now.
And so it is.
So it is.
Okay, do that mute thing as I remind you. Excuse me, the New Thought Philadelphia is an open and loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. So, whatever path you've been on, whatever brought you to our Zoom today, wherever you're heading next, we have been expecting you. And welcome home. There's this one little belief that we kind of share and that makes everything else sort of anchor in place. You're free to explore it to yourself, but I'll go over it anyway. We believe there's one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything, including each of us, and that we're each using that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs. The way we like to say it for short, your new life begins with a new thought. There's a little bit of detail about that, and as our guest speaker gets into it a little bit later on, Dave Schpok is going to be doing the talk on Until Now, which is all about using that power, and I'm looking forward to hearing that. If you have extra electronic devices that might disturb or distract you in the next half hour, or I'm sorry, the next hour or so, go ahead and put them on shush or put them out of the room and do what needs to be done. I'm Bill Marcioni, the spiritual director at New Thought Philadelphia. As mentioned, our guest speaker is Dave Schpok, co-founder of New Thought Philadelphia. The music is coming in from all over the place. It's going to be a series of musical treats as we go through with the videos. We got a couple of practitioners on tap. Joe Catanzaro, RSCP, is going to lead us in a meditation in a little bit. And right now, Jesus Baez, RSCP, is going to open us with a practical prayer.
Thank you, Rev. Thank you. And yes, and to God for this day that He has created for our benefit. What if I didn't walk or went to Samson? Where I met New Thought, Philly, and met Reverend Dave and Reverend Bill, and the community of New Thought, the kindness, the compassion that was saturated, the way it saturated this Zoom celebration right now, this moment in time, this time together is blessed. The music, with everything, with the prayer, the meditation, the reading, the flames, the announcement, the work, prayer, work stories. All things is in divine order here now. The snow is covering the land, and we see that beauty Just like this celebration, it's like the morning dew covering the land with fragrance and sweetness. I am grateful for getting up, opening my eyes, and seeing the glory of the Almighty saturating my room, my house, the place with goodness, peace, love, joy, harmony, all the attributes of the divine is within each one of us. Let's be flexible and open to the flow of the Spirit, because the Spirit is behind us, before us, within us, expressing through us the greatness, the beauty. Let's embody it, embrace it with this moment of truth. Oh, with gratitude in my heart, thanksgiving in my soul, appreciation in my mind. I let my prayers be known to the divine, here and now. And I let it be. So it is. Amen.
So it is. Thank you, Jesus. So the reason that we do prayer is because it works. Prayer works. And we like to talk about what's been working for us. So if you have anybody has a prayer work story, go ahead and wave your hand and you can share a little bit with us this morning about your prayers working. I had one, it's sort of a long-term prayer that was working very nicely yesterday. Because one of my long-term intentions is to have the group get together and be able to connect and do stuff that's not specifically New Thought Philly related and have community together. And we had an opportunity to do that yesterday as a bunch of people met at the Brandywine River Museum and spent a half a day looking at some art. And it was wonderful and it was uplifting and it was the prayer working. Anybody else? Breen.
Yeah, so definitely one of my prayers is a continuous prayer is around inspiration and creative expression. And I was one of the folks at the museum yesterday. I had a wonderful time really looking at these paintings and a lot of Wyeth and his crew and just looking at the technique and the evolution and learning a lot. And I got an inspiration for a new piece came to me of sort of an homage to that whole, Wyeth, New Hope Group, Brandywine, Chad's Ford style of painting, but in my own technique, as it were. So I'm super. I want to be doing that right now, but I'm here now. So
Okay, thank you. Being here now is good. Appreciate that. So we're going to invite Michelle to share some announcements. If you have a kazoo nearby and you'd like to help herald Michelle in, play the Messiah because she's going to miss it. You're muted.
This flurry of information is on the website at newthoughtphilly.org. You can sign up for a weekly e-newsletter so we can keep in touch. Our annual winter solstice celebration will be hybrid at Falzer next Sunday morning at our regular Sunday celebration time with music by Dan Radine and Sonic Yogi. Hope to see you there. The last Sunday of the year will be on Zoom and include a white stone ceremony. If you'd like a Jerusalem stone, pick up one next Sunday at Falzer or email Reverend Bill to send one in the mail. The Practical Prayer podcast this week is Release, Trust, Receive with Carol and Reverend Bill. Listen where you get podcasts and watch the live recording session tomorrow at 1 p.m. on New Thought Media Network. We host a dozen online meditations every week. Drop by for 15 minutes of inspiration on Zoom. They're also on Insight Timer live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Sandy leads the Power of Eight Intention Circle every Monday evening from 6:30 to 7 to help bring new experience into the lives of the group members. God Calls are a half-minute of inspiration on your phone 4 times every week, starting with a free 2-week trial. There's also a 3-month gift subscription for spiritually inclined friends. Info is at godcall.org. There are now nearly 2,700 spiritual adventurers in our group on meetup.com. Find out why at one of the daily meditations and follow, subscribe, like, and share on Instagram, Facebook, Insight Timer, and YouTube. Thank you to the team that makes these celebrations work. We get together ahead of time to get things in order and have fun. Email the volunteer coordinator to join the joy. The practitioners are available for professional sessions by appointment. After the celebration, Jesus is available for a quick transformational miracle in a minute prayer. Stick around in the Zoom meeting after the celebration for casual conversation.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. And we have when we're in person, we have a gift and a special blessing for our second-time visitors. And we also have a blessing and a big welcome for our first-time visitors. So anybody who's here for the first time, you can identify yourself, just wave your hand and we'll know who you are. Or Jack, it's good to have you here. I'm not sure that Celeste has been to one of our morning celebrations before, nor Eamon. It is wonderful to have you guys here. So we're all going to welcome you. So you guys just receive. The rest of us are going to rub our hands together, feel the warmth. On a day like today, you can really feel the warmth, feel the love, and then send that out. You are the bright light of God's love. Thank you so much for sharing that love and shining your light with us today. During the next song, we have an opportunity to connect in community. If we're in person, then we would be wandering around the room hugging each other. And when we're virtual, we can turn the cameras on and just make eye contact with the people who you're in contact with. And the song that we're going to listen to today is another Daniel Nahmod song. Daniel reports that this is the most played song of his. They did a survey of Unity churches, and this is the #1 played song. And this is also the greeting song that New Thought Philly has been using for since our inception. So let's go ahead and listen and make eye contact. The eyes that you're looking into are the eyes of the divine, and the eyes that you're looking with are also the eyes of the divine.
At the right
Yes, indeed. My soul, your soul, our souls are welcome here. And it's wonderful, wonderful to be in community with you guys. Thank you so much. Every week we light the flames of faith, representing 9 different religions and spiritual practices, and then the healing candle. And this week we're going to light that, and I'm going to bring special attention. There were a couple of mass shootings yesterday, so please include those when we get to the healing candle, because there is certainly an opportunity for healing. And also the observation as we get to the Judaism candle that today is the first day of Hanukkah. And so Nia is going to lead us in the flames of faith today.
All right, good morning. We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the earth-based traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. And we light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. As we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
The reading today is from Science of Mind magazine, and it's written by, I first met him, he was David Alt. Then he became Reverend David Alt, and now he's Dr. David Alt, but still the same guy. And Jane is going to share the reading.
Good morning. So the reading opens with a quote from Byron Katie. "You are not stuck because of the thought. You are stuck because you believe it." And from Ernest Holmes, "If we want to be free from suffering, we have to stop inflicting it." A significant practice that helped me over the years is this: the thought isn't holding me, I'm holding it. The wound isn't holding me, I'm holding it. The belief isn't gripping me, it's my hands that won't yet let go. Even painful memories do not imprison me. I hold them, clutching them as if they were something precious, something necessary to preserve. We often cringe at the phrase, "let it go." Yet when I began to see that I was the one maintaining my grip on suffering, so much began to shift. I realized my recurring thoughts, the old narratives, the deep-seated hurt, have no power other than the power I give them. I keep them alive by claiming them as mine, by giving them rent-free space in my consciousness. It was Peace Pilgrim who taught, "Anything you cannot relinquish when it has outlived its usefulness possesses you." Freedom, then, is not a forceful act of banishing or erasing the pain. It is a gentle, compassionate act of loosening my grip, allowing my heart and mind to rest, open enough for light and space to return. Today, try sitting quietly with yourself. Make a list of the themes, beliefs, or truths you've carried for too long. For each one, softly repeat, "This is not holding me. I am holding it." Breathe. Imagine your fingers beginning to unclasp, even if just a little. Allow space where once there was clutching. This is the first step towards remembering who you truly are without the weight of all you've been holding. The affirmation is, "I set my suffering free."
Bless you. I'm always inspired to be with you guys, always. It never fails to move me, regardless of where I might be caught. And I'm doing this just to warm myself up. You ever notice how it takes so long for the last light to fade? Before the stars come out, the fireflies start their parades. The crickets start calling all around me. There's a sweet night falling. Sometimes I feel the world's heartbeat. It's deep in the month of June, air so close, it looks like the moon, sitting on the highest branch of that old pine tree. All at once the crickets get quiet. Yes, I know we're all gonna pass eventually. But watch, I'll come back one late summer night. You see, I'll be fireflies dipping, or a nighthawk calling, or a madman skipping under a big old summer moon. Ponies prancing, young lovers dancing. But I'll be back, I'll be back, I'll be back real soon. Shoo-ba-doo, shoo-be-doo, shoo-be-doo-wah. You ever notice how on nights like this, sweet memories creep in? Like those times we crept out late, went down to sleep by the bridge. We built a little fire, talked all night of heart's desire. Sometimes our stories were so funny, we laughed until we cried. Deep in the month of June, air so close, it looks like the moon, sitting on the highest branch of that old pine tree. All at once the crickets get quiet, night gives a heave and God gives a sighing. All the dark music begins again. All at once the crickets get quiet, night gives the heat, God gives a sighing. All the dark music begins again. So that's meant to warm it up a little bit.
Good morning. It's going to take me a second or two just to get over the emotional response to that. You know what I love about New Thought? We have one mind. And it never fails that whenever I give a talk at New Thought Philadelphia, it is pre-gamed by everything. And I find myself wondering what I'm going to say now because it's all been said. But I'll give it a whirl. So I'd like you to keep this in mind as I go through this little bit of talk here. There is one power one infinite creative intelligence that is the love, the field of love that is permeating and saturating everything, individualizing itself through each one of us and through each particle of matter, through each erg of energy, through everything. It is this one power and presence. It is infinite. Keep that in mind. So how come it doesn't always seem that way? See, the thing is anybody here under a year old? Maybe Jack. Probably not, though. So we have all these experiences that we have lived a lifetime gathering, which we have made judgments on, which we have held close as the tenets of our belief, have struggled with, done spiritual work on. All the things that have happened in our lives have generated ideas, as the reading said, that we cling to, sometimes claw to. Usually my old ideas are covered in claw marks before I let them go. But in doing that, there's in me, and I'll give this as in me because I don't want to place this on anybody else. But if you relate to it, okay. In doing that, I limit my motion forward, the ability of my inner self to think of something being different than it was. And that can be problematic. Now, there's good parts of that. I believe there's one power presence, love intelligence that is everything. I find nothing wrong with that. I believe that people are intrinsically good. There is nothing wrong with that. I believe that there is intelligence that is expressing itself in each and every one of us as the unity of that love, regardless of whether or not I agree with them. It is the same love intelligence moving through everyone always. I believe that. There's nothing wrong with those beliefs. The beliefs that are life affirming, that are the expression of the desire for community, for unity, for an understanding of our connectedness despite the appearance of our isolation and individuality. These things are the parts that lift us up, that are that creative expression expressing through us and as us, that lighten our moments, that bring illumination to the often dusty road of life. And they buoy us up. And yet there are others. There are others that we hang on to that no longer serve us, that no longer allow us to reach the awareness of the inner presence, of the infinite power of love, of the infinite good of life. Now, in New Thought, there are generally just 5 areas that we're working on stuff: health, wealth, relationship, creative expression, and spiritual understanding, or I like to call it spiritual awareness. And sometimes in our lives, I live a life in which certain portions of these are unbalanced. It would be really nice if they were all going at the same time to the same level, but it doesn't seem to go that way for me. So for instance, I can be experiencing delightful relationships with those I love and those I encounter and just reveling in that, but clinging on to ideas of lack and limitation. Or I could be reveling in a beautiful morning where I woke up, I'm feeling grand, my life is good, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm capable, I'm moving forward. But I'm feeling isolated from my awareness of spirit, encapsulated in my body in a way that doesn't allow me to express that vitality that I'm feeling for the good of all. Works well for me, but it might not be working well for the community that I'm working within. So this unbalance is kind of where we find the claw marks on our old ideas. You see, the human being has a tendency to believe that things are actually static. Now, we may say that we don't believe that, but then we tend to count on things being as they were yesterday. And the reality of it is that there is no stasis in which we live. Everything is in motion. We have moved thousands of miles from when I started talking. The planet has rotated. The planet has circled around the sun. The galaxy has rotated. Just zoom out as far as you want. Everything's in motion. My thoughts are in motion. Everything continues to flow through me, yet I continue to think that this thought that I have is a static thing. But it is not. And it's a really good thing that it's not. There is a basic principle which I cling to. It's one of those beliefs that I've got claw marks in, is that principle is not bound by precedent. And I love this idea. I love this belief. You see, if principle were bound by precedent, then we would be destined to live the same day over and over and over again in a groundhog-like experience where nothing changed because nothing could change. And the beauty of it is that as we move away from this consciousness of stasis, we find ourselves with an ability to say a great phrase. It's the talk of this title. And I say it often, especially when I hear other people claiming some limitation. Up until now, I can see the practitioners nodding because they heard that a lot. Up until now. And what that means is that in this moment, everything is unfolding new, whether or not our perception sees it that way. Everything has an opportunity to take a new change and direction to unfold in a better expression of good, a better expression of life. Now, because New Thought works both ways, we can make our life better or we can make it worse. The power doesn't really care. It's our ability to choose where we are going, what we will be doing, what we will be thinking, what we will be accepting and believing, that is the beauty of this principle not being bound by the precedent of what has happened in our lives. In my own life, I have a precedent that is filled with scars, and I will not get into details. Take a practitioner class with me, you'll find some of them. And those scars can limit my belief in all of those 5 areas of development for basic things. And I have found that first of all, I'll say this for everybody, recognition is the statute of limitation. Okay? So once you recognize that you have this belief in something that is holding you back, it is now incumbent upon you to make a choice. You can continue along the path that if you have recognized that you have a belief that is holding you back, is potentially not a growth point for you, or you can say to yourself, up until now. Until now, I have believed what has been limiting my expression of spirit through the channel of my being in any one of those areas. Or you can change your thinking. And it sounds simple, doesn't it? Change your thinking, change your life. Let's go skipping down the path with nothing but roses, peaches, and cream. If it were that easy, y'all wouldn't be here. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, interchange requires some effort. It requires us to recognize the old thought coming around again, because our thoughts of today are what's going to unfold tomorrow. That's how the law works. Law always responds the only way it can. It says yes to whatever we're believing today. And so that's what's going to come about in our experience, because that's what we believe is going to come about in our experience, positive or negative. We have a choice to move into a positive thought, to move into something life-affirming whenever we recognize that old thinking is limiting our experience of life. And how do we recognize that? It's usually called irritation. When something displeases us, when something seems out of balance, when something is disharmonious with how we envision life being, we are clinging on to some old that is bringing that one around again and again and again until we can set the statute of limitations on it and say enough. In New Thought, we know that thoughts are things. This is where it begins. It begins by claiming a new thought. I want you to just, for a second, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Pick an area you want to be better in your life. Now open your imagination to the best that you can possibly imagine that situation being. Got a good picture? Or thought? Not all of us are visual. Or sound. Saying. Okay, come on back. You can open your eyes. You can do more of that during the meditation, I'm sure. It's as simple as clarifying an idea of what we would like to be experiencing, and then actually working with the affirmation, okay? We want to affirm that the divine principle behind that goodness that we are looking to experience in our life is available to us, not because I deserve it, although we do, but because that's the way the law works. When we have a clear mental equivalent of all of the good that we want to experience in our life, it begins to be experienced in our life. This is the point at which up until now allows us to change. When we can release the former idea that has been holding us back and bring ourselves into this understanding that in the infinite potential of divine spirit, that which we desire is already available. In this instant, we can turn our thinking towards that good and allow it to unfold in our lives as an expression of all the good that is available to us. It really works. The fun part about it is watching it work. So part of the process of letting go of the old, and this is kind of critical to this process working, is when we endeavor to change our thinking, it begins with an idea, but for it to have full impact, it has to deepen into a belief. And so what I have found in my journey to date is that one of the best ways to start instilling these new ideas, whether they be about my health, my wealth, my creative expression, my relationships, or my spiritual awareness, is to start to act as if. Because one of the most powerful messages to the universal law is to not only think of these things, because sitting on the purple pillow and clarifying the idea that you want to experience in your life is a critical part of what we do, but then aligning your actions to those life-affirming thoughts is the next step into beginning to experience them. Now, it doesn't mean that we have to accept all of them at this moment. We can, and it's really great when we do. But sometimes it requires priming the pump. And because we are in the 21st century, I'm going to explain what priming the pump is because it's actually something that somebody may not know. So back when we all had wells, that you had a handle that you had to pump the water directly out of the ground, they used to leave a cup of water next to the well. Because what you had to do is when you started doing this, the seal that brought the water up for whatever the source of the water was could be dry, and it would not create the suction that brings the water up to actually be used. So they left a cup of water. It was kind of the duty of the last person to use the well to fill a cup of water and leave it next to the well so that it could be poured into the mechanism to wet the seal that created the suction that brought the water to the surface. So priming the pump is finding some small action that is in alignment with the good that you are seeking. Whether, it's health. Today I'll take a walk. Today you might need to do it on skis or in a snowshoe, but it's activity. Or if it's wealth, today I'm going to give of myself, whether it be my time, my talent, or my treasure. And just do it. Doesn't matter if it's $1 or $2,500 or $25 million. Just do it and recognize what happens. In relationships, one of those areas where we have a tendency to sit around and say, boy, I wish I was meeting new people, and then never go out to meet new people, is find one area in which you can feel safe and insert yourself into it. Because it's always going to feel uncomfortable when you're trying something new, but then it won't be new for very long and it will feel very comfortable. And then all of a sudden you will realize that you were awash in relationships. If perhaps love is what you're looking for, be open to it as showing up. It may show up in a way that's different than you envision, but if you're open to it, love will appear. In creative expression, it's very simple. Just do whatever you're going to do next and recognize that your activity is part of the creative power unfolding a newness in the world that we have not yet seen. It could be as simple as writing a note, drawing a picture, go make a snowman. Well, we need a little more snow than that, but than we have at the moment. But some creative activity, some small activity that moves you forward. It doesn't have to be the Mona Lisa, or the Doge's Palace, if you've ever taken a look at that. It can be something small, but it primes the pump for creativity to move into your life. And spiritual awareness is probably the simplest of the avenues, but possibly the most difficult. Pray and meditate. Meditate and pray. Give someone a hug. Make a call. Connect. Be the love that is the intention of spirit for all of us. So, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you're having a challenge with, just remember, until now, the limitless power of a divine source of creativity is available to you always. And so it is. Namaste.
can't believe Rory is not on the stage playing with me. My wings were heavy, I could not fly, haunted by dreams that were meant to come true. Love was there, I couldn't see it, so the voice of salvation came shining through you, and you said that God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. That's your part. God is all there is. There is. God is all. God is all there will ever be. In the sky of my mind was lightning and thunder. I never could trust it would finally be right, but the truth in your eyes said don't worry and don't wonder, and you sang me a song that has shattered the lie, and you said that God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. And like a shepherd, you pulled me through when my heart was troubled and I didn't know what to do. Your compassion planted a seed in my life. Now the flower is me, and all the time I'm singing, all the time I'm singing, God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. If your wings are heavy and you cannot fly, haunted by dreams that were meant to come true, God is right there, you just have to see it. So let the voice of salvation come shining through you, and just sing that God is all. God is all. God there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. Thank you. That's a good story. That is all there is.
Wow. Let's just breathe into that for a second. And then we'll take that into some meditation. So let's open up to that potential of what if. What if we could set our suffering free? What if we could get unstuck? What if I could just imagine and come up with all my limiting beliefs? Start wherever you are. Stand in that love, that power, that presence of the one. And then the next step is to clear our minds and turn it over to that infinite source. We got to come up with that mental equivalent. What is it that we want? What does it look like? Does it feel like? And know that no matter what happened in the past, we can have it now, or up until now, it's been limited. And open up to that. Allow it to unfold. Make a model of what that is. So one way to approach this might be to breathe in the new and breathe out the old. Take a deep breath and breathe in all that newness and hold it. And release the old. One more deep breath in. Bring in that new. Breathe in that new. Hold it. And release. One more deep breath. Breathe in the new. Breathe out the old. Think about your what if. Imagine if. Imagine if this could happen. And then act as if. And keep that breathing rhythm. Breathing out the old and breathing in the new as we go into the silence.
Behold, I'll make all things new. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Walking down the street, I couldn't see nothing good up until now. Now I see goodness everywhere. We are under different laws. The law of gravity, physical laws, mental laws. All these laws are under the spiritual laws. God operates through the law of evolution and unfoldment. And we are subject to this law. It's not limitation. It's the way, the path, which freedom and individuality express. It's an unfolding principle within us that's carrying us forward to a greater and greater expression of freedom, love, joy, and life. Each one is, I feel, in the pathway of endless expression of freedom, trust, and beauty. Behind us is the all. Before us, within us, expressing that goodness. And that's why we are here today, being still in meditation, knowing that eternal presence within us. That is the beginning of wisdom and freedom. Take a deep breath in, stay inspired, illuminate the divine mind within each one of us. And as you breathe out, let go. Surrender to this eternal moment. And when you're comfortable, open your eyes slowly. Come back to the soon celebration as Benjamin bring this beautiful song for each one here.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. You are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it all go. Are you listening? You got to let it all go. And this is what you have to say.
Yes,
Yes, I'm only here for God. I know.
Wow. I just love the music lineup on this. I'm like playing with the stars. This is fantastic. So in this community of New Thought Philadelphia, we know that, okay, Jesus, I'll get to you in a second. We know that wisdom shares itself through each of us in a different way. And we like to open this up to the community to share whatever's come forward for you after Jesus gets a chance to share.
Take your time, Rev. Just want to thank you and happy birthday. You look as young as ever. You know, I'm not
Bless
gonna
you.
ask you. Right? I don't want to ask you how much he is. You know, nothing like that. You know, but yeah, the talk is for me. That came up to me is the health, the wealth, the creative expression, the relationship, and the spiritual awareness. The way you brought it and broke it down. I really appreciate that. It's like kindness and compassion. That's the language that the deaf could hear and the blind could see. And that's the way I think, I believe, and I know I embrace that and I embody it. So I just want to tell you thank you for taking your time in this sunny day, sunny and snowy. Yeah, so it was wonderful. You made it so simple for me to understand. And yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Namaste. Anyone else?
Eamon says thanks in the chat.
Yes, I saw. Thank you, Eamon. Love you, brother. Okay.
Well, thank you, Dave. I think that the talk today was exactly what I needed to hear. And that pivot from what was to what's next, that up until now and then next, hugely powerful. And I love the way that you say it.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure, Bill.
Let's have Michelle talk for a minute.
Yeah. Hi, Michelle. It's your turn.
New Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gift you share helps fund our work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads the love. We are grateful for every way you share. We don't have a basket today, but there is a donate button on the website to make a donation by Zelle, credit card, PayPal, Cash.app, or Venmo. You can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering affirmation is on our screen. Unmute and we'll say the affirmation together. I live
I live
in an abundant universe. I am one with the infinite source of good.
all good.
I am a
I am
center
a
of
center
conscious
of conscious
prosperity.
prosperity.
I enjoy the richness of life.
life.
I bless my
Bless
gift.
my gift.
I share my gift with gratitude and joy. I know that as I give, I do receive.
And so it is.
So it is. Oh, thank you all so much. Wonderful having you here. We got one more song on our way out. This one's Ginger Coyle, actually performing live with her band.
I went from nowhere to now here and now here I am, and it feels so good to know where I stand. It feels so nice to got to walk it off. Rise up, rise up. Oh, you got to rise up, rise up. Just get up and dance. 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 Just get up and dance.
Ginger Coyle, live on Radio 145. Ginger, sweet
Like I said, star-studded day. So reach out and take the hand of the screen next to you and repeat after me. I am one with the power.
I am one with the power.
I release all my old beliefs and limitations.
I release all my old beliefs and limitations.
And I accept the new today.
And I accept the new today.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you, everybody.